Hi, folks. Andrew here. Popcorn and whiskey. I am the face who runs the place. That's right. Here we are live at my studio. I just realized something that I might be a little on the dark side here. So let me turn on a couple of lights because I have this fancy dancy lighting system. I kind of handmade, homemade rig. It's called a a lighting rig. That's if you see like a bar of lights going across, like in a studio. If you ever see behind the scenes at the studio, like a television studio, it's called a light rig. Don't ask me why, but that's what it's called, a light rig. So I have this light is the main light over on this side, and on this side, which I do not have turned on yet, is the mood light, as I call it. Forget the technical name for it, but there you go. That's what's going on with that one. And I guess I should make sure my microphone is turned on. By doing that, I will listen real quick to see how it comes on. Okay. Well, so far I don't see it on here. Oh, maybe I'm not being broadcasted right now. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. What up? What up? What up? All right. So tonight, honestly, I did not have a lot of stuff prepared. Hey, by the way, over here, buy me a drink, buy me a cup of coffee. AndrewPaletto.com/drink. Check it out. Go there and buy me a quick drink. What the heck? Help donate to the show because my goal is to update my equipment, upgrade my equipment, and we'll go from there. So I'm on the verge of selling some stuff because those who do not know, I also do some voiceover work. Not a whole lot, but I do some voiceover work. And by doing the voiceover work, I need a little bit of a better quality than I have here sitting in this chair. And here's the reason why. If you listen with headphones to the show, you'll hear a slight, I guess you want to call it echo. Jonathan, hey buddy, how you doing, JD? All right, thanks, my friend. Yeah, so if you hear a slight echo, if you listen to it with the headphones on this, and the reason is because where I'm sitting right now, acoustically, it is not ideal for podcasting. It's not definitely not ideal for voiceover work because the sound in this room bounces everywhere, and you do not need that. And the reason being is I have a whole bunch of windows in this room, and it's the only reason. It's the only place in my house where I can have the studio in a reasonable location, which I am not complaining whatsoever. I think it's fantastic. The sound quality could be a little better. Could I do a few things to muffle it a little bit? Yeah, but right now I'm not, and I haven't been. So what I do for my voiceover work right over there, which you can't see off on camera, of course, I have a little 3 foot by 5 foot, if you will, what I call a hobo fort. It's packing, moving blankets, if you will, packing or moving blankets on a frame of what do you call those things? PVC pipes I put together, and I basically constructed it, and I have it so I have a little opening and closing that I can go into, and inside of that, the sound is not soundproof, but it's sound deadening. There's no sound bouncing off anything, so it's a nice, clean, crisp sound in there. Maybe one night I will do my show from in there, but it's kind of boring because there's nothing in the background. It's just blue packing blankets, if you will. So that's what it is. But the sound is a lot different than it is here. I have a different microphone in there than this one. Not that I dislike this one, but that one's the one I have in there is a little bit high quality. Matter of fact, there have been comparisons from this microphone right here, which, yes, I'll get into nerd talk here a little bit, is the Behringer XM8500. And if you're not interested in this kind of stuff, this is boring, but it's part of the deal. What I have in there, which is a Shure microphone, and Shure is like the gold standard of stage microphones, if you will. It's called the Shure SM58. And the SM58 is like the Sherman tank of microphones. It will take a licking, keep on ticking. do what it needs to do, and it still sounds great. This microphone was, in my opinion, I don't know because I haven't talked to anybody at Behringer, was designed from that microphone and about 1/5 of the cost. This microphone, I got it on sale, it cost me $20. The one in there, you buy it brand new, it's going to cost you 110, something like that. $100, $110, get on sale for 100 sometimes. I think if you put the two in the same settings, you'll have the same quality. I actually have a brand new one of these in the box because I'll be using the brand new one in my studio, in my what I call the hobo fort, once I sell that equipment. The equipment I have in there, it is for sale. So if anybody wants to do live streaming or podcasting or voiceover work, I have a nice setup for you. Beginning stages. You're not going to get top quality. I mean, you're not going to be doing commercials for voiceover work for Ford or Chevy or something like that with that setup. You're not. It's just there's better quality microphones out there for that. But to do lower budget stuff, absolutely. I'll match that against anybody out there. Absolutely. Podcasting talk, live stream talk. That's what we just did. So that's what's going on. So on tonight's episode, we're going to get into what 6-7 means from dictionary.com's 2025 word of the year. Word of the year, and it says, what does it mean? And it says, well, okay, I'll read you the story later, but it's what does 6-7 mean according to dictionary.com, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. And also phone calls or guests. If you are watching this right now, listening to me, whatever platform you are watching this on, love to have you as a guest. If you don't want to be on video, you can do a call in once I get that all set up. But right now, I'll open this up for guests. If you want to be a guest, comment and we'll go from there. Not everybody does, and I'll be honest with you, I've had people on my other show, the Top Fitness Strategy show, who have had horrible microphones. If you're going to be professional, if you're going to be doing podcasting, guest streaming or guest hosting on podcasts or being a guest on podcasts, you want to have something better quality. You just do. If you're going to be a participant on a live stream like this one is it necessary? Well, the host would like you to. Yeah, I would like to have the best microphone on the planet to be on my show, but not everybody does, and I can completely understand it. And it isn't as important as a live stream as it is to a podcast. It's just my opinion with that one. Could I be wrong? Sure. Am I? No. Just to let you know. So, all right. Change subject real quick. FIFA World Cup, 2026 FIFA World Cup. It has just started. You have Haiti and Scotland playing. So if I look over here, I know nothing about soccer. I know very little rules about soccer, how it all works. Don't get it. Just never really understood it. I have a nephew who played all through high school. He gets it. He understands it. I'm sure he's watching this right now. I was all set to I was all set to watch the USA games whenever they come on, which I don't know when, and also the Italy games when Italy plays. Why? Because my parents are from Italy, and if you didn't know, I'm Italian, blah, blah, blah. Well, my aunt from Italy the other day told me that Italy wasn't going to be in the World Cup, and I think that's preposterous. I'm thinking I probably didn't explain or ask her the right question as to why, when Italy's playing, because I figured, Italy's always in the World Cup. So I looked it up a little bit ago. So when is Italy playing? And it said that Italy didn't qualify for the World Cup, so they're not playing. This is the third consecutive World Cup that Italy, which is what used to be a powerhouse, is not in the World Cup, unfortunately. Now, one of the coolest stories I'll tell you is in 1982, I do believe, when you go back. Either 82 or 84. I'm pretty sure it's 82. Italy was in the World Cup. And I happened to be, it was my first trip to Italy when I was a kid. With the family, my mom, dad, sister, and myself. We went to Italy to visit all our relatives. And the final of the World Cup, I mean, you could have went and laid on the highway somewhere in the interstates over there, and you wouldn't have got run over because everyone was glued to the television set for the final games. I mean, it was ungodly, that final game, and Italy ended up winning it. Spoiler alert, if you didn't know, back in '82, Italy won the World Cup. Church bells were ringing everywhere. I mean, it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. And being in a position where I didn't understand a whole lot about soccer other than when they score, I was watching it with my cousins, and we had an absolute blast doing it. So I think Italy won again a few years later, but I'm not for certain when. I guess I could look it up, but I'm not going to. Yeah, it really doesn't interest me that much. I'm more into it for the crowd's reaction on how it is, and just to see. I watched the tonight before I came on live. The like I said, Haiti versus Scotland. I guess they're playing in somewhere in Boston. It's not Fenway, so I'm going to assume. Excuse me. I'm going to assume they're playing where the Patriots play. That's just my assumption here. No score. And just during the national anthem, wow, the sound was deafening. All the Haitian folks were singing, I should say, screaming their national anthem. And then when Scotland played, the Scotland folks were screaming their national anthem. The TV did not do it justice, I'm sure, but I'm going to venture there's a few more Scottish fans there than there were the Haiti fans, the Haitian fans. Could be totally wrong with that, but that's just my perception of how it was. So, are these strong teams? I have no idea. Are these good teams? Haven't a clue. Have not a clue. Do I care about it? Nope. Do I want to visit either one of them? I want to visit Scotland. I'd love to visit Scotland. I was thinking, would I rather visit of all the English-speaking countries out there? You have, or some type of English-speaking countries. Of course, U.S., Canada, England, Ireland, Scotland, Australia, New Zealand. They all speak some sort of English, funny accents to us. Funny accents to us. Of all those places, I would probably like to visit Scotland the most. Why, I don't know. You'd think I'd go to Ireland because traditionally, or stereotypically, I should say, the redheads are in Ireland. And I'm keen to redheads. Who's this? Okay, let's see here. Earth and ear thin indent. Okay, dude, if you're gonna have a name on Twitch, at least have a name people can pronounce. I don't know if it starts with Earth or ear. Ear the. Okay, I don't know. But thanks. But for your promo, thanks for your spamming. But hey, whatever it is, it is. Hey, Sydney and Shirley from the Skillet. What are you guys doing? What are y'all doing? And well, I didn't see you tonight there, Sydney. I was at the place eating this evening, and I didn't see you. And for those who don't know, my little town had a fundraiser tonight, a big spaghetti fundraiser. Had a place called the Wine Garden, which is outdoor seating, and the person who just Sydney, she got drive-through. Sydney, who just emailed or just messaged me earlier and asked what they were having. It's because I guess she thought I might have been in charge of it or part of it or participant in it, because I'm in a few organizations that do a lot of cooking for these fundraisers in town. Wasn't part of it tonight. The food was it was okay. Was it the best pasta? No. And it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the best. No. I think the Lions Club, which I am part of, I am partial to that. I will match our pasta or pasta sauce against anybody in the country. And I will guarantee that we'll be either beat them or we'll be tied with them. There are not going to be too many people that beat our spaghetti sauce at all. No way. But tonight, this place had seating in the wine garden, on open seating, outdoor seating, and also you had a drive-through with which is apparently my friend Sydney went through the drive-through. So there you go. So hope you enjoyed it, Sydney, and we had a good time inside. I got stuck being a babysitter. I have a 3.5-year-old little niece. Sometimes she's on my channel throughout the day, and she wanted to go for a walk into the main stage area where they have a big dance floor, which is basically concrete since it's outdoor. There's another couple little girls over there, 3-year-old, 4-year-old girls running around. That's how they dance. They run. So I said, okay, I'll walk down there. And she saw them. She goes, can I play with the girls? I said, yeah, go right ahead. Well, since I walked her down there, I have to stay and watch. So for the next 20, 30 minutes, all these little 3, 4-year-old girls are running around. They never get tired. Then a few others join them. They never get tired. And I can't leave. I got to babysit to make sure that she doesn't scrape her knee or something like that, because then I'll be held responsible. And then it's a whole new ball game there. And she was so cute. She developed a few new friends, and she introduced me to her friends. This is my new friend. Oh, hello, new friend. And then she says, I'll be right back. Is that okay? I said, okay. So her and her little friend ran up to my niece's table, which was her mother, just to introduce her new friend to her mother. So here's my new friend. This is my family, she said. Then she comes back down, and they run around for a little bit. And then she comes to me again. She said, I'll be right back. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. So it was cute. And this went on for a while, because when you're 3, 4 years old, again, you never get tired of doing the same thing, of running around all night. So that's what they were doing. So Zio Andrew, which I'm Zio Andrew. Zio means uncle in Italian. So Uncle Andrew here, Zio Andrew, was the babysitter for a while, which is fine. I have no problem doing that. But it's like, gee whiz, I didn't know I was going to get roped into it again, which was fine. If that's what they need me to do, I'll babysit the little girl. Not a problem. We have a good time. And she doesn't eat spaghetti. She'll eat noodles with no sauce, just noodles and butter. That's it. Will not eat a hamburger. I was getting her a Happy Meal once, and I don't because I never go to fast food. I don't know what options you have with a Happy Meal. I said, so you want a hamburger? Ew, that's disgusting. I don't want a hamburger. I'm like, okay. What do you want? She goes, chicken. Oh, so I get chicken nuggets, but no sauce. She can't put sauce on anything. No. Okay. One time we were walking around my property. I have a few persimmon trees. And if you don't know, persimmons are about this big or so. And I guess if you get the Japanese persimmons, they're a little bit bigger as well. We got 2 different variety of persimmons out in my yard. And once they're ripe when they fall off of the tree, and you pick them up and you eat them. They have more of a, not bitter, not sour, but a whole different flavor to them, taste wise. And I said, well, let's eat one. So I picked one up, and I said, it's really good. She picked it up, and it felt slimy. It wasn't, but it felt slimy. She immediately dropped it and started wiping her hands on my pants, because she doesn't like that texture on her fingers. So there you go. It was cute. I guess she had to be there. Next time she comes on with me, because once she comes to see her Gigi, which is my mother, which is her great grandma, her Gigi. When she comes to see her Gigi's, I always say, you want to go on TV in here? So she comes in my studio, and she sits here on my live on my chair, and she comes on TV, and I'll start asking her questions, and I'll whisper a question like, okay, what is your dog's name? And she'll look at me, Baxter. I said, when you talk, you have to talk loud into the microphone. It's really cute if you've seen the videos we've had in the past. And then, so is Baxter mean? I said, no. And she'll exaggerate the no. So I guess you have to be there. It's kind of cute. Okay. All right. So what am I drinking this evening, by the way? I am drinking, because this is popcorn and whiskey right there. I'm drinking a concoction or a. Now I got to do some more research with this because I've recently been told this is not true. I'm going to tell you here. I've recently been told because I always thought whiskey or bourbon is made from corn and barley. Um, and I got that from this book. It's called Whiskey Distilled, which is a great book, by the way, right here. And I should reach out to that lady and see if she'll come on with me. Whiskey and barley, and sometimes hobs or oats or something like that as well. To be a bourbon, you have to have, I think, over 50% corn, or the other way around, or less than 50% corn. I don't know for certain which it is. So in this country, to be a bourbon, it has to be that, and then you can add other stuff in there. Then also it has to be aged in an oak barrel, I do believe, a brand new oak barrel. I don't know all the particulars. I'll look it up one night. So my thought process, or my belief, or my understanding of all these years, and I thought if it's distilled from anything but that, it is like, for instance, a fruit. If it's distilled from a fruit, apples, pears, watermelon, strawberries, peaches, what have you, and you age it, it's technically a brandy. Okay. I've recently been told that's not 100% accurate, so I got to do some research. But anyway, the stuff that I'm drinking right now, this stuff, I will tell you, you cannot find this anywhere else on the planet. And how do I know that? Because it is unrecreatable. It is unrecreatable because, yes, I will tell you a secret here. My dad and I have made some spirits in the past from different fruits, like the ones I mentioned: apples, pears, peaches. We never made watermelon. We never made strawberry. I have made banana, but those are the three main ones. We have made blueberry and raspberry, but that takes a lot to do that. Basically, apples, pears, peaches, and grapes. Okay. We have mixed them all together in a 55-gallon oak barrel. And it was in the barrel for several years. My dad passed, and I kept it for a couple more years after that. And about 2 years ago, I took it all out of the barrel. I don't know how many gallons I have, but I have a lot. And so every so often I'll break down and I'll have some of that. I save that for special occasions with special people, special friends. And tonight I had it sitting out. So I said, you know what? I'm going to drink it tonight. So this is extremely smooth, to me at least. It's unrecreatable. I can't even recreate it because I don't know the ratios of everything we poured in, because we just started pouring different ones in, and it comes out this way. So that's when I said it is unrecreatable. You can never have this anywhere else on the planet. So there's one of the stories. And if you know anything about distillation or about whiskeys or about brandies or anything, there is one in the United States called a Pappy Van Winkle. They say it's the smoothest whiskey, or bourbon, I should say, you can drink. I've never tried it. Probably never will. Sydney, I need a refill, not of that, but of your good stuff. Okay, wait a second, Sydney. I need a refill, not of that, but of your good stuff. Well, the one I just described is the best stuff. So I don't know what you're talking about of that. So if you need a refill, just let me know. I can find stuff. I have other stuff that I feel is just as good. It doesn't have my father's love with it, like we did together. But I can hook you up, Sydney. Sydney, that's not a problem. So there you go. But the Pappy, I talked to some guy about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, who was a bourbon expert. I guess you have to do some sort of testing or being in positions or whatever, but he has a real unique palate that he can sense different things. Well, there, Sydney, I'll take that too. Okay, Sydney, no problem here. If you need me to bring it in to the restaurant, I can do that. Not a problem. And this guy was telling me that the reason Pappy is so expensive is not so much the flavor or the taste or the build, as it's called, or the mash build, but more of the story behind it, which I do not know the story behind it. So, that being said, the stuff I have could be equally as good, if not better, than Pappy, if you ask me. Now, what proof is this? I am guessing because haven't measured it, so I don't know. I am guessing 85-ish proof. Yeah, probably 85-ish proof. So there you go. Again, you won't find it anywhere else on the planet. And yeah, we won't talk more about that. But if somebody's interested, let me know, and we can talk shop and go from there. Okay. All right. So my hat. Oh, yeah. Well, my hat is a Bigfoot hat. See, it says the I don't know what it says. Let's see. It says what does it say? The woods we go. Oh, through the woods we go. All right, through the woods we go. Bigfoot. There you go. Through the woods we go. I'm going to see. Okay, here. All right. Okay. I have a couple of people who said that they wanted to come on. So I'm going to see if they want to come on or not. If you want to come on, let me invite a couple of people here. Let's see here. There. Okay. We will have a show coming on in just a second here. Do that. I know. I'm talking shop as we're going here. But hey, that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. All right. Let's see here. Do this. Okay. I don't even think he's around this evening. Okay. There you go. A couple of invites sent out. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll do talk to people who never been on here before with me. So here's something as I'm doing this. What are pokes in on Facebook? When somebody pokes you, what does that mean? Okay. Okay. I know. Dead air is not good. And the reason I am not really 100% prepared right now is because I didn't know what time I'd be getting home tonight. So I didn't want to start inviting guests and I not be home because of the dinner I just told you about. Oh, somebody sent me a message. Okay. Oh, all right. So one guest is out doing his show. He has a live stream that he does. Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc. My buddy J Mac. He said he's at a wrestling event. He does a professional wrestling show live stream. So he's at the live stream tonight. So I did invite a couple others on here. So we'll see if they actually show up or not. If they do, great. If not, hey, that's fine as well. I will open this up to phone calls as well. Once I figure out what I'm doing here. I got like 5 things happening at once. But don't try this at home. I'm a professional. Do not try this at home. All right. So if I come over here on the right side, okay, do this, share the screen. Voicemail, do that. Okay. So if somebody calls in, there you go. And banners, show the call in line. There you go. If you want to call in, 505, excuse me, 765 505 7348. That is the number of the show, the hotline. Call in that hotline, and you can be live on the show. Just to let you know. All right. So, what else is happening? Looks like Scotland just scored. For those who are interested, I'm not showing a replay of it. Okay. There's almost offsides. They're saying. I don't know what offsides mean, but looks like Scotland scored. Okay, so there you go. I'll keep you abreast of what's going on over there. You know what? Speaking of soccer, somebody told me a few years ago, because we were talking about athletic ability of different sports. Somebody says that soccer players aren't true athletes. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't know a whole lot about soccer, but it is one of the most physically demanding sports out there. I mean, you're constantly running for 90 minutes, constantly sprinting, slowing down, sprinting, slowing down. Very seldom is there any downtime in soccer. Hockey is the same way. Those guys are truly conditioned. You can also get into the array of different sports, what kind of athletic ability or which sport has the best athletes. Well, my question is, when that comes up, what do you consider an athlete? What is an athlete to you? Is it a marathon runner? Is it a Tour de France bike guy? And look at me, I said France. Is it a CrossFit Games person? Is it the American Ninja Warrior? These are all athletes, different style of athlete. Is it a professional bodybuilder? Again, athlete. Is a professional bodybuilder going to run a 10-second 100-yard dash? No, of course not. Is he going to run a 2-hour 26-mile marathon? No, he is not. But a bodybuilder can lift a lot of weights. What about a power lifter? Are they athletes? Well, again, it goes back to what you consider athletic talent or athletic ability. If that's you, you can do it. Great. So my question to you is, and actually be one of my questions of the day, is what is an athlete? There you go. All right. And if you didn't know, on my page, if you follow me, I'd say my Facebook page, that is, go follow me over there. I have what I call a question of the day, where every day I ask a weird question, and it's fun. Keep it in a fun category. Maybe questions I'll have. Whoop, maybe one of the questions I have. Let's see here. But then this in, but Sydney, where are you, Sydney? Look at you and Shirley. Hey, there you go, Sydney and Shirley, two of my friends from a restaurant that I frequent. They both work there, and the good ladies. So, cheers, ladies. Cheers. Here you go. Drink one for me. Glad you ladies are enjoying yourselves. That's what I like to see. Friends just hanging out, doing what they need to do. There's not enough of that nowadays. There's too many people, and I'm guilty of it sometimes as well. They want to pick up your phone, and basically do this all night on their phone. Man, hang out with friends. Put your phone away. I challenge anybody, when you go to a restaurant, put your phone away. When you're with other people, put your phone away. Why is the phone more important to you than spending time with somebody at a restaurant? I will go as far as this, and thank goodness I haven't had this happen to me yet, but I know in the future it will. If I go out on a date, yes, as the time of this recording, time of this live stream, I am single. When I go on a date, if the girl picks up her phone and starts doing stuff on her phone, I will leave her ass at the place. Sorry, if your phone is more important than I am, Or if your phone is more interesting than I am, obviously this isn't going to work. Why do I want to be with you? Goodbye. Say whatever you want to say, but that's life. I am not in a position where I'm taking you out on a date. I'm not taking your phone out on a date. If you want to be on your phone, stay the F home. Hey, hey, new T-shirt. You want to be on the phone? Stay the F home. There you go. A new T-shirt. Man, Hallmark, look out. I'm coming for you. Look at that. Look at that. So, okay. Again, 765-505-7348 if you want to give me a call and we'll chit chat. Last week, I had somebody from Twitch who was being very belligerent towards me and saying really nasty things. So I invited this person to come online. And I don't know if it's a person, if it's a male or female. I'm guessing it was female by the way she was talking to me. I could be totally wrong. And at that point, I said, hey, you're so tough. You come on my show. And she wouldn't call. Well, this person, I'm assuming it's a she. She wouldn't call. I gave her the phone number. And then after a while, she kept saying, yeah, you invite me on your show, but then you don't give me a way to get on your show, which I did. So I said, okay, I'll send you a direct link to be on the show live. And you follow it and come on my show. She left the conversation at that point. So people are tough behind the keyboard. And she was all upset because I was saying happy birthday, United States, USA, 250-year birthday, yay. And it has nothing to do with the current administration or not. This is the celebration of our country. The United States of America celebrating 250 years as a country on the planet Earth. And some people just have to associate that with some sort of political gesture. Does it have to be? No, of course not. That's the way some people want to do it. But hey, if that's you, that's how you want to do it, so be it. You know, I got no time for you if that's how you want to do it. I have a raccoon trap outside I keep looking at because I have a couple of raccoons that come around here and I'm not happy with them. And they're in a position where they're going to be unalived really soon, put it that way. And if you want raccoons coming to your house, you keep them at your house. I don't want them at my house. They tear up stuff and just don't want them. But unfortunately, that's the way it goes. So we'll see if the had to modify the trap a little bit today. So we'll see how it works. If it works and it does it in the morning, I'll have we'll have one less raccoon. We'll just leave it that way. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I'm going to take the hotline away for the time being. Where's it at? Okay. I have to come over here. Banners. Hide that. Come back over here. And I'm going to throw this out there now. Okay. Invite guest. If you want to come on my show, if you want to be a guest on my show, you follow this link. If you want to be a guest on this live stream, follow this link. There. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. Why? Okay, there you go. Okay, now I have to come over here and post it this way. All right. The way Facebook is, if I post something on my end, okay. If you want to be a guest on the show, follow this link. Bingo. Bingo, bango, bongo, and Irving. Where is that from? Bingo, bango, bongo, and Irving. If you're a Gilligan's Island fan like I am, you'll know that's from a band called the Mosquitoes. The Mosquitoes were a fictitious band on the Gilligan's Island, because this is the same time as the Beatles were going on, but these were called the Mosquitoes. It was Bingo, Bango, Bongo, and Irving. Irving actually My very first car was a 1973 Volkswagen Rabbit. All right. Uh-oh. What is this? Okay. I'll save the story. Well, it's for Jonathan. Okay. Well, JD comes on here. And 1973 Volkswagen Rabbit. I was a fan of the Gilligan's Island shows. This is back a long time ago. And there was a Saturday morning cartoon, which was my favorite cartoon ever to this day, still is. Speed Buggy. Love Speed Buggy. Not Speed Racer. Not Speed Racer, but this was Speed Buggy. Speed Buggy was the car. Tinker was the driver and the mechanic. There was Granny Gertie, the old lady who was basically always rooting for him. And the bad guy was always Baron Automatic was the bad guy. But anyway, the car was called the Thunderbolt Grease Slapper. Love that name. So my first car was a combination of the Gilligan's Island and Mosquitoes band and Speed Buggy. It was called Irving, the Thunderbolt Grease Slapper. So there you go. Bingo, bango, bongo, and Irving. So there you go. A little bit behind the scenes with my very first car. I should do a presentation. I don't think I have that presentation anymore. When I was in school, I did a presentation for the kids I taught because I always had them do PowerPoint presentations or Google Slides presentations. So I did one on all the cars I've owned and talked about the cars and the backgrounds of them and everything else. And I think it has been that was saved under an account, excuse me, a Google account, which I no longer own. So I no longer have access to it, unfortunately. Not like an idiot, I didn't save it anywhere else. But that's just the way it goes. Let me go ahead and put the headphones on for when somebody comes on. I'll be ready for them. That's the way it goes. Unfortunately. Excuse me. I got this little froggy in my throat. Okay. So, man, oh man, we're talking about music. We're talking about cars. We talked about what else did we talk about? Oh, we're going to get into the 6-7 here in a few minutes. Yes, Sydney, we are talking first cars. What was your first car? If you want to tell me that, what was the name of your first car, or what was your first car? This will be a question of the day coming up. Ooh, so follow me, folks, on Facebook. Follow me over there, and you'll get these questions of the day. And once I have these questions going, you'll be shocked at how fun they actually are. I get a lot of people commenting how much fun they have with the questions of the day. So, what was your first car, Sydney? You're a pup, so you probably had your cars were in the 2000s or something like that. You're a pup. I'm a little bit on the older side from you, and Sydney's my birthday buddy. We share the same birthday. Uh-oh, did my trap go off? Doesn't look like it. No, okay. I have a glare on the window, so I can't tell if the trap went off or not. But if it goes off, mercy, it's going to be fun if it goes off. Like I said, I had to modify it, so hopefully the modification will make it so it will be in a position to where when it does its job, it'll do its job. So we'll see how the modification works. And if it doesn't, well, I know I'll have to do something else to it. But in the meantime, Sydney, give me 1 minute. You're getting your laptop. What, you don't know your first car? You have to get it's on your laptop, or maybe you're going to call in. Is that it? Maybe you're going to be on the show. Okay, that'll be fun. If Sydney comes on the show, and the summer months for me make it so I can't. And because I get so much going on weekends, especially, so it's really bad to prepare properly for this show, as for guest wise, that is, because I would hate to tell a guest in advance, hey, I'm going to be on Saturday night. I'd like for you to be a guest, and they say yes, and all of a sudden I have to cancel on them. That's just not professional. With my buddies and stuff like that, not a problem. But when I have guests, because I have 3 people, 2 for certain, who will be guests on my show. Okay, and here's one of them coming on right now, my buddy JD, what is happening, my friend?
How's it going?
Good. It's my buddy JD. He is the owner of the Boiling Point podcast and also Mayhem Media Productions, I do believe. Is that?
Yep, Mayhem Media, and the Boiling Point podcast. And I was just shooting an episode with the Boiling Point podcast, so that's why my shirt's still on, my camera's still on, everything's still on.
The Boiling Point podcast. So that is more on the local politics side. Is that not? Is that correct?
Politics, faith, world news, economics, health. You were just on the health on a health episode. We just did.
Yep. I was on a health episode the other day with a couple other gentlemen, and we had a good time with it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
I got to tell you, your Pastor Gavin, is it? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Pastor Gavin.
Yep.
He has a radio voice if I've ever heard one.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
A real deep voice when he talks. And
that's his voice.
Beautiful.
That's just his voice. It doesn't change. His voice doesn't change. He's always got the same voice, whether he's up preaching, whether he's doing his podcast, or you're just having a conversation with him. It's always the same.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I don't know if you've been listening or not. I know you're doing your stuff. I was just talking about my very first car that I've ever had. And I name all my cars. And sometimes it comes right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit. So my very first car was a 1972 or 73. I'm pretty sure 73 Volkswagen Rabbit. And I got on that subject because, and I forget what I was talking about, but I said the word bang. I'm like, oh yeah, bingo, bango, bongo, and Irving. Do you know what that's from?
I don't know what it's from, but I've heard it said before.
Okay, Bingo, Bango, Bongo, and Irving is from a Gilligan's Island episode. You know, you've heard of Gilligan's Island, right?
Yes.
They had a fictitious band on there called the Mosquitoes.
Okay.
And this was because this was filmed in the heyday of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Back in the 60s. And so the band members' names were Bingo, Bango, Bongo, and Irving. Okay. Also, at that same time, when I was a kid. Now, I wasn't a kid during Gilligan's. These were after reruns. Okay, I'm a little bit. Gilligan's Island was prior to my time. Not much, but prior to my time. As I was growing up, there was a local cartoon called Speed Buggy. Not Speed Racer, but Speed Buggy. Two different, totally different ones. And the name, oh no. Okay, wait a second. We'll come back to that. Add to the stage.
We're about to be.
Oh man, we got 3 people on here now. Okay, all right here. Okay, ladies, are you there? Hello, ladies. Sydney, are you there?
Oh,
Sydney?
wait.
Can you hear us, Sydney?
I can hear you. Can you see us?
No, I cannot see you.
We're figuring it out.
Okay, all right. JD's laughing because him and we're professionals at this. We've gone through this with guests before when they're trying to figure out what's going on. JD, this is my friends Sydney and Shirley. I do believe they're together. They work at a local restaurant where I frequent. I take my mother for breakfast every Saturday, but I also go there throughout the week, different times. And so they are in a happy mood now. They just both.
They'll have to leave and probably come back to get their camera working.
Yeah. Okay, Sydney, go ahead and leave and come back. We'll go ahead and log out, or I'll just log you out.
Yeah, and then just come back in, and it should work.
Yeah. Okay. So I kicked you out the studio, Sydney. So if you are still on there, go ahead and try it again. And
you got this place hopping tonight, bro.
I'm telling you what. Yeah, I was hoping that person who was badgering me last week would have the balls to come on this week, but this person is not. I'm assuming it's a she. But anyway, back to my car thing. The Speed Buggy was he called his car the Thunderbolt Grease Slapper. Absolutely love that name. So my very first car was a combination of the Mosquitoes, Bingo, Bango, Bongo, and Irving. So it was Irving the Thunderbolt Grease Slapper, was I called it. And it was my 73 Volkswagen Rabbit. So nice. There you go. Yeah, that's how I learned to drive a stick shift.
Oh, nice.
It was a 4-speed stick shift. So there you go.
I had a 2001 Dodge Grand Caravan Sport that when I was driving. I still have my license. I still have an active license, but I don't have a vehicle right now. But when I was driving, that's what I had. I had a 2001. That was my only car, really, because it's not like I can just go out and get whatever.
Right. And the reason being, folks, for those who are watching, JD is in a wheelchair, so he has to have a special, I guess, conversions for your vehicles.
Yeah,
is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, conversions. They I mean, most vans come now with the floor lowered and the ceiling rate. Like, if there's more room in it now, but yeah, they lower the floor, so that way I have more headroom, and then they put in the system to lock my chair in place, which is a great system.
Yeah.
They're even experimenting now with it on airplanes to try and make it strong enough so that people in wheelchairs don't have to get out of their wheelchairs to get on a plane. They just lock right into these locking mechanisms. In terms of cars and stuff, I've seen accidents where the person's has ended up in the back seat of their car.
Mm-hmm.
The whole back of their chair is broken off. But the base of the chair didn't move an inch.
Okay.
So it's a very good and safe thing. But yeah, that was my first vehicle, the Dodge Grand Caravan Sport. I loved it. They called it they put their own lettering and stuff on the side, so it was called an Entravan instead of a Grand Caravan. And I always called it the Enterprise because because of the touchpad. When I would be in the driver's seat, especially when it was dark out, my face would glow green and neon blue because that was the color of the touchpad that I used all my secondary controls from.
That's cool.
From outside, if you looked inside, my face was all, lit up and glowing like I was, sitting at a control panel.
Okay. Cool. All right, Jonathan, we're going to get to try again. Sydney, Shirley, are you there? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We can hear you, but we cannot see you. Just to let you know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And there's our dog.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Sydney, Shirley, this is my good friend JD. So there you go, JD. This is Sydney and Shirley.
Good to meet you.
There we go.
Oh,
now your camera's
there
on.
we go. We got them.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, all right.
So, ladies, what are you up to this evening? What are you doing?
We're just hanging out, drinking.
Are you at your place or you're at her place?
We're at my place.
Okay. And what is the drink of choice this evening?
This is the charming Sam Swain behind us.
The what?
Excellent.
It's a dog.
What'd you call it?
Sam Swain.
Sam Swain?
The judge of Park County, Sam Swain.
Oh, okay. Park County is JD, and those watching, Park County is a nearby county, adjacent to the one I live in, which is Vermilion County right now. so there you go. Now, Sydney and JD, you guys have something in common, and here's what I'm going to tell you. Yes. Well, when because my show is called Popcorn and Whiskey, but when JD comes on, we change the name slightly: Popcorn, Whiskey, and Weed. Yes.
Oh, we get along great.
Yeah, you do get along great.
Excellent.
Definitely.
So have you been partaking
Shirley
in that?
as well. Don't let her lie.
Excellent.
Shirley as well.
Excellent.
So have you two been partaking in that this evening?
Shirley partakes. She's drinking Gatorade, but she's just as guilty.
Yeah. And yes, before I hopped on, after I closed my episode out, before I hopped onto yours, I went and hit my pipe. Yes.
So you two have been drinking tonight, obviously, because you showed me a picture earlier. But have you been doing other stuff as well this evening?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, I would. That's what this show is about. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely we have. But what I've got for you, what I was so excited to show you is I've made a scrapbook since I was in high school.
Oh, no.
And I've got my very first car.
Wow. And what is your very first car?
It was I don't remember the year. It don't say in here because I wrote little notes.
Well, JD, just let you know, Sydney's like she's 25 years old, something like that. She's a pup.
35.
Oh, man, she's a kid.
35, whatever.
Oh, 35.
It was a convertible Mustang.
A convertible Mustang.
Wow, that looks like a 90s style Mustang.
Yeah, I was just about to say, dude, like maybe 94.
That was my baby.
Did you have a name for it?
She took us on many, many great adventures.
Did you have a name for it?
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, of course.
Shirley, what about you? What was your first car?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
I think Shirley's a little bit closer to my age than she is to Sydney's age.
A little bit.
Shirley, here's a thing, Sydney. You know this, JD. You don't, and people who are watching don't know this either. Shirley and I, we met at the restaurant she currently works in now one summer when I was working there, and I don't remember. Did we work there at the same time, or did you start working there after I did, Shirley? Do you remember? I know you came in when I was working there, and I don't. You started
after.
Right after I left, I think you started working there. What was that?
After.
Okay, because I know this was a summer where Sydney got crazy and decided to leave and do something else. Yeah. And so they needed help at the restaurant.
It wasn't that fun.
Yeah, I went to the restaurant and started being a server over there to help fill in. And then after a couple of months, Sydney says, "I don't like what I'm doing. I want to come back," and which was great because at the time the school was starting back up for me. So I left and she came back, and I think that's when Shirley started then as well. Started working there as well. So yeah, so we all became buddies that way, and I see them at least once a week when I go in, if not more. Nice. And Sydney's always mean to me when I go in. JD, just to let you know, she's mean to me.
That's because it's early.
I can't blame her for that.
I'm a paying customer. She should be nice
it's
to me.
It's early. I haven't smoked. You just can't talk
to
me.
Oh, man. See, yeah, that's no good. That's no good.
You should be kissing my ass when you come in there. I come in there in the morning.
I don't even talk to people. I don't even take phone calls until I've had my morning
but
bowl.
That's what I know you want.
Wait, JD, you said your morning bowl?
Yeah. There's some 90s smoking lingo for you. I don't know if it's still the kids today are still calling it that, but yeah, that's what we called it, a bowl. It's you smoke out of a pipe, but the bowl part where you put the product was called a bowl. So you're smoking a bowl.
Wake and bake? Is that what you said?
Yeah, wake and bake. Yeah, absolutely.
Wake and bake.
Damn right. Damn right.
So is that what you do, Sydney? Do you partake in the bowl, or do you just do the huffing and puffing?
I actually do the wax now. The wax in a puff coat. It's like a water bomb.
Yeah,
it's concentrated
you go
THC.
Hard. Yeah, you go hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go hard. That's
every once in a while when I get in my hot tub, I like a joint though.
Damn,
in the hot tub.
Everything about all of that. There's nothing. I haven't heard one thing that's wrong yet. It's all good. It all sounds good.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. I haven't heard one bad thing yet. But yeah, smoking the oil or whatever. That's if you want to catch a wake and bake. You wake up and hit the oil. Now you're going right back to bed. That's not a wake and bake. That's a go back to bed and bake.
That's why Andrew gets medium eggs instead of easy sometimes. No.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because
you forgot how long they've been cooking. I can completely understand that.
Shirley, are you up on this lingo, Shirley?
I got Shirley on the program tonight.
Is that right?
She's just on the effects.
when JD comes on the show, I know nothing about this stuff, and he can talk for hours intelligently about it, and I can talk for minutes unintelligently about it. So that's when people start talking this. I said, JD, I need help.
You'd be really surprised. You'd be really surprised, like the people that come into the skillet and say, like the random to-go customers or the regular customers that smoke, that you would not ever guess or believe. And anytime I go to a dispensary, half the license plates are Indiana license plates. I mean, and when you go in the line, half the people in the line are 60 to 65 or 70 years older. It's crazy.
When I'm sitting,
they're not 60 or 70 years older than you. They're just 60 or 70 years
blah,
old.
Blah, blah, but you don't.
No. When I'm waiting for, because my dispensaries here in Pennsylvania, they do where you can just pull up. You can make your order online. You pull right into the parking lot into a space. You hand one of their workers the money. They walk inside. They take care of it. They come back out with your change. Come back out with the bag. and the dispensary I go to also does points as well. But it's a constant flow of people in and out of that parking lot all day, every day. That place is making hundreds of thousands of dollars every month easily. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Imagine the taxes they make for the state alone.
Exactly, that too. And like you were saying, the what you see, who you see going into it is definitely not like, I'm definitely seeing people who are, or like grown adults, people you'd think with kids and stuff, or even older, who are going in the dispensary, not kids. I'm not seeing many young people there. They're all over the age of 30, most of them.
Wow.
A lot of the times I have to wait an extra time in line because there's a disabled person who gets bumped to the front of the line, because of their disabilities.
Yes, thank you very much.
That's fine, but it's just, it's mind-blowing at the same time.
Yeah. We do that with a big fat smile on our face. I just want everybody to know that. Anytime that we're booting somebody out of line and we get to do it when we get to go to the front, I guarantee you, even if we're not smiling on the outside, as soon as we get past y'all, big fat smile.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
My friends try and take me to places specifically because they know that we'll be able to get to do extra stuff or go to the front of the lines or stuff. They'll be like, John, you want to come on? We're going to Hershey Park or we're going to the Renaissance Fair, dude. Come with us so we can get to the front of the line and get past all the stuff.
Well, I tell you what, if you pass me, I'll say, hey, buddy, back to the line where you belong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I went to a Jimmy Buffett concert. Everybody was just like, oh, go ahead. Like, it wasn't even the officials. Just everybody in line was like, no, you go to the front.
I've been to one Buffett concert, and that's when I worked for a restaurant in the 90s, and I won a ticket or won a trip out to California to see him at some outdoor arena in Orange County. And I think I was the only one who wasn't high. A joint was passed around, and it came to me. I was like, I don't do that. So they bypassed me and went to the next person.
You were the only one not smoking, because when I went, I was only a senior in high school. My parents took me, so I couldn't smoke, nor did I at that time. I didn't start smoking bud until after I was out of high school, which is actually a great thing because I would not have completed high school. But yeah, I was there, and I was getting a contact high. We were outside. It was the Nissan Pavilion, the parking lot party that was going on. Just completely open. There's no roof.
Parking lot party is the best.
And I was getting a contact high just being in the parking lot.
Yeah, contact high was the absolute. I mean, the parking lot. We lost him. They probably left. The parking lot of the Jimmy Buffett concerts. Holy moly!
Yeah. Oh, we got there. Must have been 6 hours before the concert, at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you. Did you go to the parking lot party? Were you there early? Did you participate in the parking lot party?
What happened is, because I worked for a restaurant chain.
Yeah.
And one person from each region of the chain got to go. And I think there was 10 of us that went. And this was sponsored by Coors Light. Or not Coors Light, Corona. Excuse me, Corona. Sorry, Corona.
So
sponsored by Corona.
Yeah.
So they put us up in the VIP suite. We had a pre-concert party with the dinner and everything else. Jimmy Buffett was not there, unfortunately, but we went to that. All the Corona we could drink, all the food we wanted. They brought us with a bus to the concert, to and from the concert, put us up in a nice hotel and everything else. And so the participation that we had, we didn't really get to go through the parking lot, but we drove through the parking lot, so we got to see everything. Yeah. Because we had the pre-show party to go to, everything else. We had a lot of the band members were there. Buffett was not.
Yeah.
This was in the 90s, so I don't remember everything about it, but it was so freaking cool.
Oh yeah. That was one of my favorite. I've only actually been to 2 music concerts. And the other one was the Wallflowers. Actually, just recently, my buddy bought me tickets for my birthday. And it was more of an arena show than it was like a concert, like what you would think of as a concert or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So you say you've been to 2 concerts? Is that what you said?
Yep, Jimmy Buffett and the Wallflowers.
Okay,
the Wallflowers are my favorite. That they were the first band I ever really listened to that wasn't on the radio.
Yeah, Sydney said we lost you. Yeah, Sydney, we know you dropped off. So thanks you and Shirley for coming on. We appreciate that. That was fun. If you want to try coming back on, great. If not, that's cool. We're good with it. But I'm not a big concert guy, honestly.
Me neither, really. I mean,
and here's why. This is going to sound really dumb, but a lot of concerts, I don't want to say a lot of them, but unless there is a stage show going on, I don't want to just watch the singer stand up there and sit down or stand in one place and sing. I can't stand that. Give me a show. If I just wanted to watch you listen to you sing, I'd put on your CD or a record or something. So I went to see Shania Twain in the 90s, and she was in fuego. I mean, she was great. 2 hours of nonstop show entertainment. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I saw Cheap Trick in the late 80s. They put on a great show. What the whole band did not. Are you familiar with Cheap Trick at all?
No.
Oh, okay. But the guitarist, I don't know his name top of my head, but he put on he was the star of the show. It was great. I saw Pat Benatar, who's my absolute favorite.
He's
saw her
good
2 or 3 times. She puts on a singing wise, incredible. Stage wise, show wise, not so much.
In the Air Tonight. In the Air Tonight's one of my favorite songs.
Well, that's Phil Collins. That's not.
You're right, Phil Collins. I always do that. I always get Pat Benatar and Phil Collins mixed up. I always do that. I don't know why.
They're even 2 different genders, by the way, dude.
Yeah,
Benatar's female, Phil Collins.
Yeah. That's what makes it like. What am I thinking? I don't know, but it always happens. I don't know why.
Oh yeah. And speaking of In the Air Tonight, do you know? And I think you and I talked about this. Remember when Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson a couple of years ago? Remember that fight?
Yeah.
Did you know when Jake Paul came out to the arena, it was him and his brother Logan riding in that convertible. They were playing the song "In the Air Tonight."
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, and they were. Yeah.
The reason being, and this is just my observation. I haven't read this anywhere. I never really researched it. Why? But in the movie, what was it called? The Hangover, the original one.
Yeah.
Where Tyson was saying "In the Air Tonight" when he says with the drum solo when he punched the guy.
Yeah.
That's the reason I think they were playing that song is because it alluded to that. I could be totally wrong.
That's not a bad little Easter egg.
Yeah. But that fight was such a joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we figured out now it's come out that it was all planned and rigged anyway.
Yeah. We know that. Speaking of fights, are you planning on watching the UFC tomorrow night?
Yeah, I probably will. I probably will put it on a little bit. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to do a live show or anything with Mayhem Media because I didn't do any prep. I didn't know. Actually, I wasn't even. I heard about it just like a week or 2 ago, and then I didn't realize that it was so close.
See, I originally thought it was tonight, so I wasn't even going to go on tonight. But then I found out it was tomorrow night. So
yeah, tomorrow night. Yep. But I am going to watch it. But I won't be doing any. I don't know if I'll be doing any lives or anything. But I am going to be watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I plan on watching it as well, and because it's on Paramount Plus, but unless if you don't have it, there's other ways to get it. And with Jonathan and I know how to do that. And I don't know if you've been using that method to watch other things or not, but I have.
I only use it for a few things. I use it for wrestling pay-per-views for sure. And as soon as we get to football season, I'll be using it to watch football that I don't have regular access to.
Oh, speaking of football, this is something I heard the other day I was going to ask you about. I watched a video or a short or a reel, whatever it's called, of a guy who's talking about football season, the NFL this season.
Yeah.
They are no longer having the Sunday ticket on DirecTV or Dish or whatever it was. They are having their own live streaming configuration. And a lot of from what this bar was saying, and I don't know all the details behind this. Maybe you do. I don't know. But a lot of these bars, the sports bars, who have 20 TVs and they have games in all of them, they can't get it unless they get a separate viewing box for each TV, which is going to cost them umpteen $1,000 to do.
Yep.
So have you heard about this at all?
I know I haven't heard about it, but I've thought the NFL, being that they have their, NFL films, they have their own kind of sort of streaming service. I guess because of the money they're getting, their TV rights are just too lucrative. But I've often thought that they should start, streaming more of their games on their network and doing more stuff like that. So maybe that's what they're going to start getting rid of the NFL Sunday ticket with DirecTV would be the first step of bringing your content under your own banner. Like what I'm saying is in 5 years, we'll be paying people who want to watch football. We'll be paying for the NFL app where you can watch any game you want right from their app. That's where it'll be.
Let's see. That's what this guy was talking about. It's an NFL app, but to watch different games, you can't watch all the games from one app. You have to have a different app for each team, and this is a different viewing device for each team if you want to live stream it.
Oh, they do it by teams. Oh, they're doing it by teams. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. I imagine they'll open up something. They'll open up something for bars and for
they have
like
to.
That. Yeah, they will. They won't just stick with it for the team. They'll eventually do it for like all the games. The NFL Sunday Ticket will eventually just be on NFL. Like that's what I'm saying. Eventually, that's where they're going to go. It's just not going to be offered by DirecTV or Fox or Paramount. It's going to be directly from the NFL. You're going to pay them for their app so that you can watch football.
Now, another thing, and I don't know if they're going to continue streaming on Fox and CBS. I don't know if they'll continue streaming where you can pick it up if you have an antenna. And if you're between 2 or 3 markets, you can pick up all kinds of games. So, for instance, where you are, by using the television antenna, you can pick up the Philadelphia teams, of course, and possibly, depends on your location, all the Pittsburgh teams as well. And I don't know how far away is Pittsburgh from you?
It's a little further than Philly. It's about 4.5 hours or so.
How far is Philly from you?
2.5.
Really? You're that far away from Philly? Okay.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours from Philly.
So, are there any
2 hours? I mean, 2 hours if you don't hit any traffic. Like if traffic's good. And
yeah.
So
mile wise, it's about 60 miles from you, Philly.
Yeah, 60, 80 miles.
Okay, so with a TV antenna, you could probably pick them up. But you have to have it high enough. I mean, if you just have a window mount antenna, you probably couldn't pick up the stations. From Philly.
My brother used to do that. That's how he used to watch some of the games. Just a year or two ago, when we lived over in Camp Hill, we had an antenna, so I could actually watch Eagle games because that was the only way for us to be able to watch them was with the antenna. Because Fox's streaming is just so garbage.
Yeah,
they are a huge company. A huge, everything that they produce, their sports, their movies, their TV, and they have no legitimate streaming service.
Still, I didn't know that.
You can get Fox Sports, but like, who wants to pay for Fox? Like, they don't have Fox Sports. Doesn't have what it used to have. I'm not paying Fox Sports just for football to have for 4 months out of the year. So, like, there's no Fox streaming app. They have deals with Hulu, with Max, or like they have deals to have their content on streaming services, but they have nothing of their own. If you can believe that,
I did not know
Fox
that.
Sports.
I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. Wow. So, what other cities are you close to?
Philadelphia and Harrisburg Harrisburg, obviously the capital. Where I'm right across the river from that.
Oh, well then, yeah. I'm sure Harrisburg has television stations there, right?
What do you mean?
Do they have like local television stations in Harrisburg?
Oh, yeah. We have local channels and stuff. I can't say that I ever use them or ever put them on anymore. But
that's what I say. So if you have an antenna, you can
get a couple of channels around here. Yeah, there's a couple. You can get like the main CBS, the main Fox affiliate, the main NBC affiliate.
Yeah. Because and I don't know this for a fact, but I know I used to when I was doing radio and television back in college, that there's an FCC regulation that any any form of government transmission needed to be picked up by everyone at no charge. So like local stuff, NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, and PBS have to, and I don't, and it could be different, and I could be wording this totally wrong. They have to be able to pick up with over-the-air antennas. So in almost any place you go on in this country, you'll be able to get those stations some way, shape, or form. Maybe not coming in the best, and depends on your antenna. Because where I am right now, I'm in a weird location. I can get them all, but I can only get it from one market. Now, if I do a different configuration with my antennas, I can get it from 2 different markets. Where when I lived in Florida, I was picking up all the Tampa stations and all the Fort Myers stations. So I was getting all the games from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and also from Fort Myers, they picked up all the stations for the Miami Dolphins. So I had 2 different CBSs, 2 different Foxes, 2 different ABCs, and so on and so forth. So I could literally, because I guess the way it goes, it used to go, if your team plays, your local team plays, you'll get that on that one station, the only game you'll get that day. On the other station, you'll get 2 games. So you can get 3 games that day, the way it used to be. If your team was home, if it was away, you'd get 2 and 2 at 2 different stations. So I could literally, when I was in Florida, I can get 8 games because I had 2 different stations, all from 2 different markets, I should say, from all the NFL. So without getting any kind of Sunday ticket or anything of that sort.
Yeah, we were
the antenna. Yes,
we actually live close enough that if Philly didn't sell enough tickets, we would get it. We would have it blacked out. We wouldn't get it on TV.
I bet you could with the antenna.
I'm talking about like back in the 90s and stuff when they had the requirements, when they when they were concerned about people staying home to watch games and not coming to the stadiums still.
Right.
So if the attendance of the stadium didn't reach a certain number, then you didn't get the game locally. It was incentive for enough people to come and buy tickets.
So are all your like CBS, NBC, ABC, and Fox, they come from Harrisburg, right?
Harrisburg, I guess some of them have moved now. Or at least they do a lot of stuff out of York and Lancaster too. So Harrisburg, York, Lancaster area, they kind of do.
Okay, so with an antenna out of Harrisburg, do they pick up the Philly games or the Pittsburgh games?
Philly, not Pittsburgh. We can get if we don't get like the local Pittsburgh CBS affiliate.
Okay.
Because Pittsburgh is an AFC team, so they're a CBS. They're on CBS, not on Fox.
Okay. See, I nerd out about this antenna stuff. I really dig it.
So with an antenna, I could pick up the local CBS affiliate, which should pick up the Pittsburgh game. And I'm also outside of the range that even if they were blacked out, I could always get the Pittsburgh game, even though sometimes we couldn't get Eagle games.
Right.
We always got the Steeler games because we were outside of the range.
Okay. I follow a guy on YouTube called the Antenna Man, and he's all about the over-the-air stuff. And he's out of, I do believe, just outside of Philly, so maybe even close to you. And so he constantly talks about different channels that he can pick up, and he has a couple, 200,000 or 300,000 followers on YouTube. He's making pretty good money on YouTube, but he also does consultations on best antenna for you and things of that sort. He knows his stuff inside and out. He's pretty fascinating. So if our little device didn't work for the NFL, that might be an option you might want to go to for saving money wise.
I have another option or two in case my first plan here doesn't work out anyway. So
do you usually get the Sunday ticket?
No, I don't usually pay extra for football. I'm not one of those people who thinks that I don't think I should have to. I've been watching football free for years on TV. Free. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to buy something just so that I can watch it. I shouldn't have to do that.
See, and I'm with you, but for me this year, there's on the History Channel, there's a show called Alone, which I absolutely love the show Alone. It has changed. It starts next week, by the way, for those watching and playing the at-home version. It starts next week, and usually for the last 13 seasons, it airs on a Thursday night. This year, they're changed it to a Wednesday night. Well, 3 of the 4 Wednesday nights of the month, I am not home. So I can't watch it live like I usually do. So I have to figure out a way to watch it the next day, which I don't have a DVR or anything like that, so I can't record it. So I might have to go with Amazon Prime and pay like $20 to get the whole season so I can watch it. Pisses me off, but I said, $20. Huh? If I go to a restaurant, I pay $20 for a burger, fries, and a drink sometimes.
You say it's on the History Channel?
Yeah. But somebody else told me that if you just get the History Channel app on your computer, or not just the historychannel.com, you can watch the shows the next day. But if you get it on the app, like on a Roku app, you cannot watch it the next day. That's what they say. I don't know for certain.
That's possible. That is possible. That is possible. But the History Channel, I just searched it. The History Channel does have its own streaming service.
Yeah.
And then also there's another one. I've never heard of this one though, called Philo.
Yes.
Philo.
Philo. Yep.
I've never heard of that one before, but apparently they stream History Channel content also. That was just an interesting question. I wasn't sure who actually do they their own live streaming, or does someone else do that for them? So
well, with the on stick I have, which I can get the History Channel, not a problem, but I'm not going to be home when it airs live, and they usually don't do the repeats until the following week, which I don't want to wait till the following week to do the repeats.
That's the that's the downfall with the on stick, is that you can't like get the History Channel app or HBO Max app or the Netflix app.
Well, yeah, you can, but you have to pay for them.
That's what I mean though. But you can't, that's what I mean though. Yeah, you can't. You don't just get them. You can't just get them for free or whatever. So yeah. I know someone who I'm not going to mention, but I know someone who has a different kind of box, and it gives them access to everything, like all of Netflix or HBO, like the apps and everything. So look, that's my first backup plan for football if the on stick doesn't work.
I have a friend that's basically marking this heavily. I have two friends basically contacting me. It's more of an affiliate type commission type thing, and I don't want to name the box because there's several of them out there. Some boxes you can pay one fee, several $100, and get what they call IPTV, Internet Protocol Television. Depends on who you talk to. They say it's illegal, and I can understand why they say that, because you're pirating the information.
Yeah.
Now, I know two other guys who I'm not going to mention that could be possibly on this live stream who are doing that as well, but with a different form of stuff.
There's a couple ways to do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. With this box my friends are promoting, it's like $50 a month and you can get everything on there. Well,
see, my friend just has, it's a one-time cost.
One-time cost. Yep.
It's like 200, but it's like $200.
Yeah. Something's called, I know it's called like, the ones I've researched call like super box and stuff like that. The ones I've seen.
Yeah.
And but there's all different kinds out there. I talked to one friend of mine who's actually a police officer in the local area, who said at a local county fair, one of the counties around here, he purchased a box from a guy for like $300. This was several years ago, and he can say you can watch anything on the planet through it. So yeah. So it depends on how you look at it. One of those kind of things.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, I know it's getting late. I know, and we've been on here about an hour. I've been on here for about an hour and a half, give or take a little bit. I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, sounds good. I've been going for the last hour and a half also, actually, just not on your show.
Okay. All right, my friend, get out of here. Go to bed, do your stuff, and relax and wind down for the day. Appreciate you being on here. All right, my friend. Take care. That was my buddy, JD. He's always welcome on the show. He is who follow me. You know and love him, and he's great. He has his own show, Mayhem Media. To go follow him. Also, the Boiling Point podcast. Two fantastic shows that he produces. He does well with it. I was actually a guest on. I've been a guest on both of them, but the other night we did a show on men's health, and it was me and two other gentlemen on there, and JD. So there's four of us on there talking about men's health, talking about mental health, physical health, and spiritual health. So it was actually quite interesting. So if you get a chance, go over to Mayhem Media. Go over to the Boiling Point podcast. Check it out. I also streamed it on my channels here at Andrew Paletto, and so you can find it. And also Top Fitness Strategies on YouTube. Go check them out over there. We had a great time with it. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Appreciate it being here. JD, thank you, my friend, for being here. Sydney, Shirley, thank you. Again, you all are welcome here anytime, and I will stop it, and we'll come on a couple times this week. Okay? I didn't get to everything I was going to get to, but hey, whatever. Okay, so until next time, this is me. Ciao.